Hello and welcome on this fresh episode of Prime Encounter. We are at Saimpe Hill. One issue that is being discussed these days is about PDAs. There are so many people who have come out in open about PDAs, but actually this issue originally started when there was a decision to form Greater Panjim PDA. One person was opposing it and eventually stopped talking about it was Michael Lobo. But right now in the entire controversies, if you go to see, one person who is facing the entire controversy is Vijay Sardesai. Why this shift of Michael Lobo from opposing PDAs, from actually opposing Greater Panjim PDA to the silence? We'll talk about this. We have with us Michael Lobo, and we have caught him during his jogging time in the morning. Welcome, sir. Sir, starting Janna Panjim PDA, Greater Panjim PDA, that time you were very upset. And after all this thing, now you are silent.
See, it was the decision of Goa Forward Party, and anybody would get upset if his area is taken away. See, my area had to be compromised of Taligaon. But when you speak about development, planning areas are important for developed places. Like Taligaon was already a developed place and in planning area for nearly 10 years. More than 10 years, about 12 years. Panjim, Mapsa, Kalangut and Kandilim. The people who are opposing that PDA is not required for Kalangut and Kandilim are totally wrong.
We'll come to that, but your Greater Panjim PDA opposition was you are opposing. You said if Parrikar is wise enough, he will not allow it to do it. Then finally they did it, and you're completely silent.
No, Parrikar ji requested me that I shouldn't oppose, only for a reason that he has given a word to the party president and our Honorable Minister Vijay Sardesai on this. So when our leader says it's a request, we have to give that respect to a man who came down to become the Chief Minister from Defence Minister. So that much respect I have got for him and he has got for me.
So it was like a sacrifice.
You can say it was sacrifice, you can say it was discipline as far as
Party discipline.
You can say everything. As a MLA, I am his MLA.
But you are not convinced.
No, Greater Panjim, some areas which were part of Greater Panjim, the minister then decided to drop. That is a good thought.
You are talking about the Santa Cruz area and other areas.
So good. See, some areas which were not required were decided to be dropped in consultation with the chairman, that is Antonesio Monserrat.
So, but finally you are convinced or you are not convinced?
Not convinced about what?
About forming Greater Panjim PDA.
That was a political decision made by Honorable Minister Vijay Sardesai. I cannot comment on that. I never asked him also why you have made this.
Okay, another issue that's coming to light is about formation of PDAs, and after there was an opposition for entire concept of PDAs, and initially people were happy that some villages were dropped, but then people started saying that we don't want PDAs, and the entire voice was coming from your constituency, and it was opposition to you, which is now the Vijay Sardesai is facing.
No, it was not opposition to me. If you look at the agitation, the handful of people from Kandolim, Kalangut, these are the same people who worked against me in the last election. That is the elections of MLA, the first election of MLA where I got elected in 2012, 2017. These are the same people who worked against me.
Traditional political rivals.
Yeah, that is, they tried to take advantage of the people who oppose in Greater Panjim. Santa Cruz and San Andre people opposed there. So this about 100 people from all these areas went over there to support them.
But the entire issue changed from exclusion of villages from PDA to I don't want PDA.
See, that was a concept which was there in their mind. Means, आता हे दुसरे एरिया कशो काडप?
PDAs काढले की आपले.
So PDA नाका, हो त्यांच्या मनान आसले. See, PDA was formed for areas which were totally developed and getting developed. Like my area of Arpora Nagua is getting developed. It requires proper planning. There are totally around 4,000 rooms in that area, 4 to 5,000 rooms, and new hotels are coming up. Now if we still talk about that area is not getting developed, then somebody is trying to close their eyes. So when a area is getting developed into a tourism hub, you require planning for that area, you require open spaces, you require, when a hotels are coming up, you require so many other things like you require parking spaces, you require gardens, you require children play areas, you require in future to set up a sewerage treatment plant. You require all these areas, and these areas needs to be marked on the ODP, on the planning, for the planning process. So if you don't do all these, then it becomes a haphazard development, like Kalangut developed for the last 15 years. You see the development of Kalangut for the last 15 to 20 years. It just developed. Government did not develop it. Who developed it are the private stakeholders. That is the hotel industry, resorts, guest houses, restaurants, clubs, nightclubs, and all these things. It just got developed.
You are sticking to the idea of those areas which are going to be developed should be included. So yes, why not Santa Cruz? You are happy when Santa Cruz was excluded.
See, I cannot comment on Santa Cruz. That was the area which was decided by the minister and the town and country planning board, which I am not part of it. So they knew better.
What is your opinion on that?
Santa Cruz is slowly getting developed, but there is no commercial activities happening over there. If you go to see, you have to look at the larger interest of the people. The people are should be the stakeholders, the local people. And when we talk about the local people, we talk about our own Goans who want to do businesses, different types of businesses, whether they want to set up a small general store, a supermarket, or they want to develop something else. So that is called local development. Restaurant, a pub.
So you still oppose Santa Cruz inclusion?
I cannot oppose.
What is your viewpoint on that?
See, I told you that they know
best. What is
the best for them. Okay, but that is the people of Santa Cruz, the MLA of Santa Cruz is there, and also the town and country planning minister. But I requested my areas to put under PDA. My areas are in PDA for the from 2014 onwards.
But do you believe it is because of you that agitation took a larger and bigger turn, because people from your area joined? You might say few hundreds, but if you see Azad Maidan that day, it was full of people, and most of them from your constituency.
Then you are still wrong. You can count the number of people from my constituency. The entire agitation was by Santa Cruz and San Andre. People who went from here did not number more than Kalangut and Kandala, around 200.
So you counted them?
I know who went.
Okay. What about this involvement of church in the entire PDA, opposing PDA? Do you support it? Do you feel that church should be a mediator, not instigator, as what Vijay Sardesai had said?
Church always guides its faithful, and whatever is in the interest of people, church always supports. And I am of the opinion that church, whenever it is guiding, like church always tells you, be vigilant, don't allow anything wrong to happen. And it is very good. Every organization which promotes humanity, which promotes its church is also an institution. They are promoting education.
Do you support their role, or because if you support their role, you are going against yourself?
No, concept of Kalangut Kandulim Baga, I don't think they are doing for political reason. Now these people who are going over there.
What about church?
Agnel has got involved. I have got a video, a recording of one of the political person saying that let us take this movement to logical end, not for PDA, to revive Agnel Fernandes. I have got it in recording. I will play it to you if you want.
I am asking a specific question about the role which is played by church in the entire
See,
episode.
church always guides. It is for the people to decide whether if all the people come and tell me that we do not want what you are doing in Kalangut about the planning area. We have marked 7 lakh square meters for the locals for different activities, whether it is football stadium, cricket stadium, whether it is multi-purpose ground, recreational halls. These are all the community lands which will be taken over one fine day. Right now we are facing, I have to demolish nearly around 60-70 structures. In one paddy field only there are 54 structures come up. So all this area belongs to the people, which has to be given back to the people. A hospital has to come there, a market complex.
Basically you're talking about planning Kalangut area.
Yeah. So if people come and tell me we don't want all these things to happen,
then
I'm not interested. It's not my it's not my personal interest. See, what I want to do is I want to give something to the people which they have a dream that all these things should happen. They have a dream that Kalangut should have a nice market complex. It's chaos in Kalangut as far as traffic is concerned. You come and see on daily basis.
Okay, we'll take a break now. We have Michael Lobo with us. We are right now talking about PDA. After this break, we'll ask him few more questions, and that will be political questions. Keep watching Prime right now. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back. You're watching Prime Encounter with Michael Lobo. We are discussing about PDAs and now politics. BJP, in absence of Manohar Parrikar, maybe a temporary absence, is not going anywhere. Are you agreeing to that?
See, BJP party is a cadre-based party. I joined this party in 2006, and there are so many workers inside, Karyakartas, which always used to follow one leader, that is Manohar Parrikar. In his absence, he's gone for his treatment, and I know that he will come back to guide us. He's our leader. So definitely we will wait till he comes back. There is no this issue as far as...
No, my question is specific because we have seen BJP that day said ki we don't want Jai Kiseki Raj statue. Suddenly after 2-3 months you get up and you said no, I will make sure that Jai Kiseki Raj statue should be installed in the assembly. Means the party is going...
That is a opinion of Michael Lobo. Party does not want. Michael Lobo wants. It is my opinion. It is because he was instrumental to keep Goa for Goa.
Your party's decision was against your opinion.
See, sometimes opinions differ. Party may be thinking in some other direction, whereas I think in the direction that he was a legend who fought for Goa for Goans.
But why is your party not getting convinced on this issue?
There are, likewise I told you, there are some people in the party who thinks otherwise. No, it will harm us or whatever. It is okay. There is no. It is a difference of opinion.
Some people, because
Vijay Sardesai also has an opinion that it should come. I also have a strong opinion that it should come.
Your thinkings are going on lines with Vijay Sardesai thinking.
No.
Is this, there are rumors that you are trying to talk to some people and topple the government and...
We are colleagues. There is no question of toppling this government. We only formed this government. For that, we have also sacrificed that we knew that we will not get anything. But whatever I have got, I am happy with it. As long as you work for the people. See, the intention has to be to work for the people.
About statue, now what next? You
statue will
continue talking about it, or
see, statue, I am telling you, if people think that Goa has remained, there's such a small state which could have easily been merged with Maharashtra. If people think that it has remained for around 40 to 45 leaders who worked to keep Goa for Goans, who went and convinced the people, irrespective of religion and caste. Everybody supported a movement to keep Goa for Goans. That is the historic opinion poll. And the leader of that opinion poll was Jack Sikera. You have to honor him because he was the first leader of opposition in the assembly, and Bahusaheb Bandodkar, who is a tall leader of Goa, who actually gave so many rights for the Munkars and for the tenants, who small people think that he was the savior of theirs. So these are the two leaders who have to be in the assembly for the people, for the future generations to know, for the politicians to know and to learn something from them.
Are you like, okay, but all these controversies could have been avoided if Parrikar was chief minister right down, here in Goa.
Actually, Parrikar is convinced that the Jack Sikera statue should come there. And I am telling you, in his presence only we will put it.
Okay, so right now there is a void. Do you at least admit that there is a void right now in
there is a void.
And government is not going anywhere, government is performing. What is your reaction to that?
See, Manohar Parrikar, when he is around, the movements were more than what is happening right now. There is no doubt. Some of the ministers are working, some may not be working to that level what they should work. But MLAs are also performing. There are good MLAs, second time who have won.
So
who have won for the first time also, they are performing.
So it doesn't make much difference whether Parrikar is physically present here or not?
No, it makes a difference. Right now it is making a difference because he had a lot of innovative ideas. He knew when there is shortage of finance, from where to get it, from where to tap finance. He used to immediately also contact the center, like what center has to give us. He used to not ask anything out of the caution, out of the this. He used to say that this is the money which center owes us. So he used to phone and get it.
How long do you think we will be able to pull on without Manohar Parrikar's physical presence in Goa, since he is a chief minister?
I think he is coming in end of this month.
I think in the sense?
I think he is coming. No, because he is taking treatment. As long as the doctors don't advise him to leave, he should not leave. Because finally, nobody should be blamed for this. Like he is recovering from a ailment which is also quite a serious ailment. So he let him recover, let him come out of it. So it's not that Goa needs him right now. He is advising Goa from there. He is taking all decisions. Major decisions are taken in the US via email, via telephone, and he tells the chief secretary or Krishnamurthy what has to be done.
म्हणजे CAC म्हणून arrangement जे केला, you are happy with it की ते असा ते चालू उरचे. At least
till he comes. Till he comes. I am happy that CAC decides on the matter and sends it to Parrikar, and Parrikar passes it.
But still my question remains, how long we can prolong in the absence of Parrikar?
See, likewise I told you, he is supposed to come in this month. And if he has to wait for another 1 month, let it be, let him come in June. There is no problem. See, opposition will always talk negative. Opposition will always target the government. The government is not functioning, this is not happening. I do agree that some things are not happening the way they should happen. But at the same time, he is the chief minister of the state. We have all voted him to become the chief minister. And he deserves the treatment, like he deserves the time to get treated, and nobody can stop him from doing that.
Okay,
and we are strongly behind him.
One more issue that has been spoken about is Michael Lobo and BJP. Can we be assured that you will continue in BJP for not at least next elections after that?
See, I joined BJP in 2006 and I'm still with BJP. The question only does not arise of leaving the party when I have become a senior as far as the party is concerned. This time we did not get the numbers, so we didn't get an opportunity to become a minister. Like me, Nilesh Kabra, a lot of people, we had to stay back.
So you are comfortable as a BJP?
Right now we are quite very comfortable. As and when time comes, we will see at that particular time what needs to be done or what has to be done. But in the interest of Goa, we will take right decisions. And what decision I took in 2006, I do not regret on that. I am quite very happy and comfortable in the party. And we will see in the future.
So in the interest of Goa, you will take right decisions, you say?
Yeah, of course.
Your political decisions.
Political decisions are taken not in self-interest. Whoever takes in self-interest, people look at him at that particular time,
so there
and
is
then
a
they say that,
that
this person has taken whatever decision he has taken is taken in the right interest of himself. People who take decision in his selfish interest are not a long players as far as Goa is concerned. As far as like people think that they are opportunist politicians, and opportunist politicians don't survive for long. They get removed from people's memories also.
You have not given me answer about being in BJP forever, at least for 5 to 6 years or 10 years. You are avoiding that. Because you said I want to be in BJP, and then again you said at the same breath.
12 years I am in BJP. The question only does not arise of leaving it.
Okay, so you are going to be in BJP at least for next elections.
Why at least? Why at least?
Because there seems to be a very, a group of people within BJP who seems to be little uncomfortable with the way you have been talking to media, the way you have been dealing with certain issues. Is it creating a problem somewhere down the line?
There is no problem. Right now, our leader is in US. We are praying for him. That's the only answer I can give you. Let him come down. Let him take over back again. He is our leader of BJP and also the state.
2019 Lok Sabha elections, we have only 4 minutes. So, do you think BJP should fight it alone, should go with Goa Forward Party, MGP and independents?
Goa Forward, since they are part of the coalition, they will support us. MGP also will support us. But it all depends on the leaders of Goa Forward. The executive committee members of Goa Forward, they will decide finally whether they are going to directly support us or whether they are going to have their candidate. But when we see that they are part of this government, they will support us, is what I feel. Now the remaining decision is with them. MGP, though, I think they will directly support us. Question only does not.
They are the only people who have said we are not going to support you. They are saying if you want to contest independent, means on their own. They want to.
It is a political party always says that, and then when the elections come, they will definitely support us.
So you are expecting MGP to support you?
MGP will support. All the independents who are supporting this government will support us. Maybe some 3 or 4 congressmen who are there, that's it. They will also support us.
Okay, again,
Congress
last phase of this interview, I just wanted some clarity on this issue. There were news that Michael Lobo was meeting some Congress guys to topple the government, or maybe there was news that Michael Lobo is joining Congress. That's why I was asking you all these questions about you being in BJP. So just give us clarity. You met any leader to topple the government, or
question only does not arise of meeting any leader of Congress. I don't think Congress should even make a decision to topple this government, or even decide or plan. They should first bring their elected representatives, that they are MLAs together, they have difference of opinions. You look at their opinions in the assembly only. When one person puts a question, the other person puts some other question only. Means they are not divided. See, when you want to do anything, like BJP formed this government is because we elected members, 13 of us, we were strongly divided. We were together. They are not together. And one of our MLA sacrificed, that is Siddharth Kunkolekar, sacrificed to bring Manohar Parrikar down. So this I don't think you will see in Congress party. They are only interested in themselves. I'm not against them, or neither I'm talking, this is what I have seen for so many years. And till they do not,
the government will not be toppled?
Till they do not stand together, the question only of toppling does not arise, because within them, whoever are remaining now, 16 of them, all 16 want to become ministers.
Okay, that's a problem. You have studied. You have studied them in depth.
See, only 12 can become ministers, including the CM. So definitely from 16, 4 will have to remain out.
But your study,
plus there is one more NCP.
Again, your studies out of the meetings with them, or your just your observation?
This is, I do lot of general observations, and I have seen them in the assembly now also, and when they were 9 also. Now people of Goa gave them 17. One out of, Vishwajit Rani is a capable person, he actually delivers what he talks.
And he left. We are short of the time right now.
No, he left only for one reason. Is because they are not united. Okay. You see, the unity is a strength. And their thing is what? If Vishwajit is becoming this minister, we don't want to support this government.
Okay, thank you.
It is like that.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show. The time is up. Others, we have a lot of questions to ask. This was Michael Lobo. One thing he has said, and that might be another fact for many people, is that if Parrikar was there, he would have been convinced to install the statue of Jack Sequeira. He's going to be in BJP, but he says sometimes you have to take decisions in the interest of people by taking people into confidence. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on the show. And we are sorry for stopping your jogging time. You're watching Prime Encounter. Keep watching Prime TV.